Well, guys, it is a sad day for Americans across the country. By now you have probably heard about the shooting at the movie theater in Colorado. 13 plus people were killed. And the police, thankfully, arrived within minutes. But that wasn't enough to save these innocent people. And I just want to make 2 points, basically, in this video. The first one is I want to offer my sincere condolences to the family and friends of the victims that were killed in this shooting. It's a terrible, terrible thing. I couldn't imagine being a parent, sending your kid to go see The Dark Knight one night, just thinking nothing of it, and then realizing that they got shot. It must be a terrible, terrible thing, and I can't imagine what the family and friends of these victims are going through right now. It must be a very, very tough time. So I do personally offer my genuine condolences to all the friends and family of this victim. Second, I want to bring up a point that this really isn't anything new. But have you ever noticed that whenever some major crisis happens, we all stand together as Americans. We put politics aside and we stand together as Americans. But it only lasts for a day, 2 days, a week if we're lucky. But by the end of that week, we're somehow making it into a political issue. When something like this happens, when people are shot, when lives are taken, we should not be making this into a political issue. And it's not the first time this has happened either. September 11th, we stood together for a week before people started making blames on each other, and it got into this big political issue. We mourned with each other for a few days, and then the media started making it into something political. It should not be. Remember when we killed Osama bin Laden? We stood together as a nation for, I'd say, about 24 hours before we started making it into something political. We started blaming Obama and blaming Bush and blaming this politician, and can't we just, it would be nice if when a national crisis happens or something worth celebrating over, like killing bin Laden, happens, that we celebrate together as a nation or mourn together as a nation, as Americans, not as Republicans or Democrats. And this is no exception. I truly wish that after the media started picking up this story about the shooting in Colorado, I wish that we could have left politics out of it. I wish that the media and everybody, politicians everywhere, left, right, doesn't matter, could have just mourned and said, yeah, this is really, really sad, let's offer our condolences. As early as this morning, right when this story was taking off, it started to become political. Michael Bloomberg, the mayor of New York, made it political by using this as an argument for gun control. Look at this.
You know, soothing words are nice, but maybe it's time that the two people who want to be President of the United States stand up and tell us what they're going to do about it. Because this is obviously a problem across the country, and everybody always says, isn't it tragic? And, you know, we look for, was the guy, as you said, maybe trying to recreate Batman. I mean, there's so many murders with guns every day. It's just got to stop.
Guys, I realize that politics are a big thing in our country. But when something like this happens, September 11th, defeating Osama bin Laden, or this shooting in Colorado, politics should stay out of it. I guess it would just be nice if we could have that unity for a longer period of time instead of immediately resorting to politics. Anyway, those are just my thoughts on this topic. Again, I offer my sincere condolences to the family and friends of the victims in the shooting. And God bless them.